Scary. What's going on? This is Kevin the Full Metal Ginger, and I'm going to do a different type of video for you today. Gotta keep it kind of quiet because neighbors and shit, I'm outside. And we got a fire burning. You like fire? God dang. Let's go check it out. This is going to be kind of a difficult video to shoot because I don't have anything to hold my camera up while I'm doing this. So, you know, if I keep having to get up to move the fire around or to put more wood on it, I hope you understand. Let's see if we can get that's decent. Let's see if we can do a little better. Okay. Alright. So, the reason I'm doing this is, it's October, and I was always really into, fucking ghost stories and shit. And when I was a kid, from kindergarten to about 2nd grade, I think it was, the teacher would always play these, I guess, horror vinyls for us. It was actually a vinyl record, and to this day I don't know what it's called. I would absolutely love to find it. If any of you guys happen to know what this is, please let me know, because I'd fucking kill to pick up those records. I'm assuming they were out of the 70s, and what they were, just sounded like two women just telling different ghost stories. Actually freaked me out. I've always had a pretty active imagination. I could always picture this shit in my head so clearly. So yeah, I'd go home that night and couldn't sleep because I'd be freaking the fuck out. This video is probably going to freak me out because I'm a little pussy. But trying to remember. Now granted, this has been almost a quarter century now, so my memory of these stories are probably going to be a little fuzzy. I can't believe that actually freaked kids out like that. Of course, now that I'm old enough to know, it's probably fun as shit. But one story was about this thing they called the ghoul, and it was like a poem they were reciting. Basically, it was about this monster or something that lived behind the school. When the kids would go outside to play, it would fucking grab them and take them off somewhere. And then it went into pretty grisly detail about how they sucked the meat off their bones and disemboweled them and ate their guts and shit. Kind of freaky when you think about it, that they would actually let kids hear that, especially when you're in school. That was one. They had one which is a pretty common story about this girl who got killed at a railroad crossing, and like a year later, some guy came by and saw a girl standing there, and he got him out of the way of the train or something that turned out to be a ghost. I'm freaking myself out already, god damn it. But the one story I really remember, let's see, yeah, there we go. The one story I really remember was, and I can picture it so clearly, even more than the other ones. It's called The Ghost of the Golden Arm. And that was always kind of like, I'll just tell you the story. So what it was about was, there was this farmer who lived alone with his wife. They didn't have any kids or anything. And for whatever reason, she had, from her shoulder to her tip of her fingers, was just solid gold on one of her arms. And she really loved it. It didn't really tell you how she got the arm. It was just kind of just go with it. Anyway, she loved it so much, she told him that when she died, she wanted to be buried with it and all that kind of thing. As it turned out, that happened one day. She ended up dying, got sick and died. And so he buried her with it and all that kind of thing. And he was, after a while, got really lonely and didn't have much going for him, and the farm started to fall on hard times. Like the cattle started dying, and I forget what all the details were, but he started falling on really hard times. And he kept thinking, my wife's buried with that arm. I think would probably completely restore this place. I could probably sell it and still have money and just be rich beyond my wildest dreams. And he thought about it, and finally he just couldn't take it anymore. So he said late one night he picked up a shovel, started walking to the graveyard. Fucking bitter cold out. Now, before I continue this story, I just want to tell you that my grandmother lived in a field below, we lived up on a hill above her, up in the woods, and she lived in a field. It was not really a farm, but they always had chickens and shit like that, cows and stuff. So it always made me think of a farm. And on the other side of the hill, below my house, there was a graveyard. So it's pretty freaky. It was easy for me to imagine it. So anyway, he's walking to the graveyard, fucking bitter cold. Finds her grave and he starts digging. He's getting really, really nervous. Can't figure out why he's freaking out so much. I understand. But finally digs and digs and digs and finally hits her casket. Pries the thing open. There she is. Decayed a little bit, but that arm's still polished, still clean as hell, still beautiful. So he hesitates for a minute and finally he takes it. And he's walking back home. The wind starts picking up and it's just getting even colder. And he just keeps looking over his shoulder, feels like someone's watching him. He's very, very nervous. And after what seemed like an eternity, he made it home. And he climbed into his bed and put the arm in there with him. And he started thinking about, man, I'm finally set. I can restore this farm. I can finally be rich and have all the kinds of money. Everything's going to work out. So he's dozing off, about to go to sleep, and the wind's really picking up and it's getting really cold. I'm making myself nervous. And he thought he heard a voice outside, way off in the distance. And he shot up. He's like, what the hell is that? After a minute, he kind of, imagining shit. But, starts to doze back off and thinks he hears a voice again. It sounded like someone saying, "Where's my golden arm?" And that kind of startled him a little bit. He starts sat right up in bed. And he was, okay, maybe I'm going crazy. Maybe I'm just hearing things. And then he heard it again. It sounded like it was on the other side of the field, like it was coming closer. He heard it again. He said, "Where's my golden arm?" Okay, this time he was sure he heard something. And all this time, the wind is really picking up. It's starting to roar pretty loud at this point. And he keeps hearing the voice over and over again. "Where's my golden arm? Where's my golden arm?" So finally, he gets up and he found a knife or something. I don't remember what it was, but he's getting ready for something. Somebody's coming. He keeps hearing it. Now it's on the near side of the field. So he's in bed. And finally, he's gotten up and, well, he was already up. He had a knife, obviously, but then keeps hearing it. And finally, he hears it at the front door. And the woman who told this story was so good at fucking telling it. She builds the suspense very well. He hears a knock, I think. "Where's my golden arm?" So he fucking freaks out, jumps in the closet and hid. And then he could hear the voice in the house saying it over and over again. Then finally hears a knocking on the closet door. And he said the door slowly opened. He said, "Where's my golden arm?" And then the woman actually screamed. It made us all jump. "You've got my golden arm!" Fucking made me jump every fucking time. And it was the ghost of his wife. Grabbed the arm and ran off into the wind and disappeared, and said she was never seen or heard from again. And that story always flipped me the fuck out. Terrified me as a kid, and I hated when they would play that in class. But it was some kind of a weird vinyl, man. I don't remember all the stories on it, just those three, but the Golden Arm one always was the one I recalled. And they played that shit for us in kindergarten, first grade, and second grade. I'm like, what the fuck? But it actually let me discover the true artistic medium of horror stories. And I've always loved them during the daytime, but at night they always come back to bite me. I remember in second grade, a teacher read for us The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, which is my all-time favorite ghost story. The Headless Horseman's a fucking creepy fucking badass, I'll tell you that. If you've seen in a couple of my videos, that sleeveless shirt I wear sometimes, that's actually has an art print of the Headless Horseman on it. It's fucking killer. I love that shirt. But yeah, man, October. Love this time of year, the smell of the air, fucking apples and leaves and horror shit. So I hope you guys are enjoying your October. I know I'm ready for some fucking slasher films and candy, I tell you that much. On a side note, slasher films never really scared me, but it definitely helped with my love aspect of gore. My love affair with gore. That and Mortal Kombat. So, but yeah, if any of you guys know what this vinyl is, know what it's called, please let me know. I would love to find it, pick that up, add that to the collection for sure, and only listen to it during the daytime and really, really quietly so I don't fucking jump. I hate jump scares. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know it's different, and we'll get back to the metal next time. I promise you. So you guys, take it easy.